together, and we'll come forwards to the front of the mat for some flow. Feet are hip width apart, and remember soft in the joints because you're going to feel more. This is all about cultivating interoception, the ability to sense and feel much more in the body. In this way we have a deeper connection to ourselves and we're much healthier in body and mind. So let's float the arms up as you inhale, sweep up, open the chest, keep the tailbone tucked under slightly. As you exhale, fold forwards, bend your knees, folding forwards. Let's just bring, if you can, bend the knees and bring hands to the floor and just start to stretch into the wrist joint, fingers forwards. And then turn the palms to face up, fingers back, and see if you can just gently stretch in this way. Bending the knees. You'll see that my knees are quite bent because most of us can't do this without bending the knees a lot. Let's do fingertips forward, hands, palms down, backs of the hands facing up, and we'll do this one more time. Stretch the fingers, open up the wrist joints. Great. And then fingertips to the floor. Keep bending the knees, travel back down, step your right foot back, coming into low lunge. Today, bring your left palm to face up, rest it on your thigh, left thigh. Join your right index finger and thumb and float your right arm up to the ceiling, lifting up. If you find it too strong in your lower back, come up a little bit from the floor, lift your pelvis up, tuck your tailbone, and make your spine a bit straighter. Taking a breath. As you breathe out, let your arm and hand float down to the floor. Fingertips to the floor, right fingertips, and just let your left arm float back, soft. Let the elbow be slightly bent, fingers slightly curled as you gesture the head back. Notice how there's still effort and energy, but we're not striving quite so much. There's a relaxed state of awareness, a relaxed state of the nervous system. Open the chest, draw the shoulder back. And then let that arm and hand float back to the floor. Plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. And if it's too much for your wrists, then come down to cat-cow and just do a few circles, massaging into the wrist joint. Otherwise, pedal your heels, sway your hips side to side. Press your fingertips into the floor. Feel the fluidity of moving in this way in down dog. So when we stretch in the morning especially, you'll notice, and animals when they wake up, it's to relieve chronic tension in the body. If we never stretch, we would build up more and more and more and more stretch, more and more stress in the body, more and more tension. Let's not do that. Let's come down now to hands and knees. And inhale to cat pose. Exhale to round the spine. Drawing navel up. Inhaling cat, abdomen and chest expands. Exhaling to round. And we're going to bring in that humming breath again. So let's inhale to cat, and as we exhale, we're going to hum the breath out. Hum. Let's do 2 more rounds, humming the breath out as you breathe out, obviously, and round your spine. This will have an effect of lengthening the exhalation, which will essentially empty your lungs, and it will damp down the stress response in your nervous system. Come back to neutral. Bring your hands slightly further forwards. Stretch your knees slightly further back, and then come down to the floor. Bring your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Hands, palms on the floor, fingertips facing outwards, and lift up into a flowing cobra, moving your shoulders forwards and back, moving your head. If you like structure and if you like things to be in order, this can be a challenge. You can feel like, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? And essentially, it's a very good practice because it's you and your own experience, trusting, intuiting, and allowing. Just as simple as this. I always feel a little bit like a tortoise when I do this, moving my head in this way as if I'm just coming out of my shell, peeping out after something that's happened and seeing if the world is safe again. Lift up a little higher if you feel able. Lower back down. Bring your hands back to the floor underneath your shoulders. And let's take it back, hands and knees, all the way to child pose with the toes tucked. Forehead down. Lengthen your spine, draw your belly in. Breathe into your ribs. Start to breathe into the diaphragm. Then let's come up onto hands and knees and back into down dog. But if it's too strong for you, keep staying in child pose or all fours, because we're going to step the right foot forwards. So either stepping from down dog or all fours if that is more accessible to you. And then left knee down. And as before, we're going to bring the right hand onto right knee or thigh, palm facing up. This is a gesture of openness, lack of fear. Index finger and thumb left arm and sweep it up. Take it into your low lunge. The more you sink the hips and open the chest, you're going to make it more of a back bend. So you decide what you want today. If you want it to move more about the hips, then come up higher, tuck tailbone. But it's totally fine to make it a back bend as well. One more breath. And then lower the arm down, hand to the floor, fingertips to the floor. Let's step it forwards into our forward fold. Remember, feet hip width apart or wider, bend the knees, fold forwards. Let your weight shift side to side. You can still feel so much sensation even moving at this fluid, kind of languid pace. Pedal the heels a little, stretch into the backs of the legs. And now let's roll the spine up, float the arms up, coming all the way up to standing, opening up, gazing to the ceiling, and exhaling palms to the heart. Feet grounded. Let's inhale again, sweep the arms up, reach up into the fingertips, exhale to fold forwards. The delight of being in your body, the joy of connection to your body, sway side to side. Be thankful for this incredible organism that you are, this body that is your vehicle for life. And let's step the left foot back, bring the foot to the floor, and this time open both up palms to the ceiling, gazing up, opening the heart, ready for life to really open up for us. Palms facing up. Let's now bring the hands to the floor, lightly touch down, stepping the right foot back into down dog. Pedaling the heels, swaying the hips, whatever feels fluid for you. Notice any tension creeping back in, softening your jaw, your face. And let's come back hands and knees. Inhale to cat. This time, exhale, stick your tongue out, and exhale. So inhale cat, and exhale to round. One more. Let's come back into our cobra, our variation. So hands forward, knees back, or just find your way down. Any way is fine. Hands wider than shoulders, lifting up. Extending spine. Moving in some way, maybe making circles. Moving in this way that is so powerful for decongesting your body. Shedding those layers of tension, unnecessary tension that start to make us feel like we are this tense person. It's who we are, and it's not at all. It is simply a manifestation of not slowing down, not stretching, not being connected. So let's now bring hands under the shoulders once again, and we'll press back through extended child pose, toes tucked, forehead down, taking a breath before you rise back up into your downward facing dog. Grounding the heels, stretching the back body, just feel your spine long. And then stepping your left foot through. So it can be helpful to just lift the heels when you do this, shift the weight to the right slightly so you have more space for your left foot to come forwards to the front of the mat. Otherwise, hands and knees and stepping forwards is another option. So let's now open up. Feel your arms unfurl, palms up, so soft, receptivity. Gaze is soft, at a point above your head, looking forwards, softening your eyes, surrendering. So we surrender here to the divine energies. We don't have all the answers necessarily, we don't need to. And know that you're held. Let's bring the hands forwards to the floor and we'll step the right foot forwards to fold. Folding into our beautiful forward bend, soft forward bend, legs are still here to support this extension, the lengthening of the spine. And then let's come up, floating the arms up, softening the knees, coming all the way up to standing, reaching the arms to the sky and the palms to the heart. Let's take a moment to sense and feel how we're doing. You can have palms in prayer or arms alongside the body, separating the feet slightly wider than hips. Just take a few moments to just be with yourself. No need to do, simply aware of this body, the stillness, the sensations, the structure. Be in your body fully.